Well, hey friends, I'm coming off a big week of ministry in Washington, D.C. As I told you last week, really had fun, got to interact with some wonderful people and experience God's grace in a lot of different ways. Really glad that I'm not preaching yesterday because, wow, it was an intense week full of a lot of stuff. And that week was sort of on my calendar for months, and so the end of March I knew, man, I got a lot of prep to do. I've got this big trip, I've got to be ready for this debate, and so I was doing all this work in my world, getting ready for the end of March, and here we are in April, and guess what? It's Easter. Easter is 2 weeks away, actually less than 2 weeks by the time you watch this video, and so we need to get ready for that as a church. We are in this building. We haven't had a normal Easter since we've been in this building. As you remember, our first Easter we were going to celebrate here was 2020, when we didn't have actual Easter. And so we're never quite sure, hey, what is Easter Sunday going to be like? It's traditionally a Sunday when lots of people bring family and friends to church. And so we're making a change. You've heard about this. I want to mention it again. On Easter Sunday, services will be at 8 a.m., 9:30 a.m., and 11 a.m. Those first two services, 8 o'clock and 9:30, we'll have Coram Deo Kids for ages 0 to 5. And then the 11 o'clock, no Coram Deo Kids at all. And so what we imagine is, for those of you with younger kids, you'll probably aim toward those earlier services. And those of you that don't have kids might aim toward that 11 o'clock service. You're obviously welcome to come to any. And we're going to do our best to just respond to whatever the Lord gives us as far as the people who show up. We hope, obviously, that lots and lots of people come. And I'm just telling you, we're not quite sure what to expect as far as how those services will break out. And so we're just going to sort of trust the Lord and invite you to join us and be there. And we'll see what happens. And then from here forward, we'll have a little better sense of what to expect on Easter. We haven't actually had a normal Easter, quote unquote, in this building yet. And so this will be our first one. So looking forward to that. I also want to mention, you've seen this coming through on the email, but the women's gathering on April 28th, registration is open and live for that. And I want to invite you to register and to be part of that gathering. It's a gathering we do a couple times a year just to give a chance to connect across our church. Many of you feel like, man, I might know the people in my gospel community. Sometimes I don't feel like I know broadly people across the church, or I see this person, I don't know who they are, and I'd like to get to know them. These gatherings exist for that kind of purpose. And so I hope you'll take advantage of the women's gathering on April 28th. Those are the two major things coming up in April: Easter Sunday and then the women's gathering. And then we're off and running toward the end of the spring and into the summer, and hopefully with some sunshine and nice weather. Nebraska's been interesting, hasn't it, these past few weeks? Is it going to be nice or is it going to snow? No one ever really knows. So guess what? Washington, D.C. was the same way. Maybe it's just life in North America. Anyway, I'll see you next Sunday for another weekly update.